Welcome, survivors, burnout community, and those just interested. It's Kelly Bupoltz, trainer, author, speaker, and your burnout prevention mentor. Burnout is not taboo. It's our reality in this chaotic, fast-paced world. But we're not going to let it drive the narrative to our stories. We're going to do something about it, so let's dig in. During interviews with candidates or discussing with employees some skill sets they want to grow in, the discussion of autonomy will come up often, and the modern day workforce is actually demanding more autonomy so they can have more flexible schedules or remote work and dictate where they put their energy in their day, where they're providing value. But there's certain factors of autonomy that an organization needs to support to get there, and these are the three: allocation of time, alignment of priorities, and actions in a collaborative system. It wasn't surprising to me that factors of autonomy aligned with the 4 factors of workforce energy management, because autonomy drives motivation. Autonomy drives energy. So it aligned right with the workforce energy management model, in which you can get to a point where workflow and productivity optimization is at the top of its game, so people know how to use their time. It's not surprising that, hey, we're all navigating in the right direction and the right path, so everyone can prioritize their days in alignment to that strategy. And then using collaborative systems for communication and this expedition, so everyone knows what's going on at any point in time without excess work and chats and emails through that workflow, gives flexibility for people to build their days. So let's break these down a little bit further. Time. How much time do activities take? How much time should activities take? Sometimes we build time audits and time of a task based on how long it takes to be completed. But we need to back up, because we're working on productivity optimization. How much time should this task take? And I don't want you to shame or blame people. I want you to upskill in systems. I want you to upskill in how you are working on things, because most likely there's some time waste in there. What is the flow of work? How are we going to stay organized? What are people supposed to be working on? Who owns what? That also all goes into time, because we know that double duty work can be a waste of time. It can be an energy drainer too. When you worked on something, someone else worked on something. Now you're like, oh, I could have been working on something else. Time management training is key, because we all have different work styles. We all have different type of activities we may be working on. So time management training will be crucial as you build an autonomous workforce. And then that focus on workflow productivity optimization on reducing waste will allow more time for people to build their scheduled workday. Now let's talk about priorities. Is it aligned to the strategy? Is there a direct alignment from strategy to department initiatives to individual contributions? And can everyone see it? Is it all linked together? Or is everyone on their own path with their own personal preference of what we should be working on? Really strong organizations that grow actually fairly fast in their workforce have this great alignment from individuals all the way up to the strategy, and it's purposeful and it's energizing. So how can you guide that? What feedback loops do you have on that? So it's not just happening quarterly in staff meetings, in which you see executives spout a bunch of numbers and where they're going and initiatives, and then you go back to your desk and you're like, what? How am I connected to that? What's my purpose? Aligning and guiding your teams with these feedback loops often through aligned activities and department initiatives will keep those priorities really thriving, where someone comes into work and they already know what they're supposed to be doing. They come into work and they know, hey, if I don't hit this every day, if I don't hit this every week, we're not going to hit that strategy number. We're not going to hit the metrics that we need to make sure that our business is thriving, so that I have a job and a paycheck. So having that feedback looped often or even automated is going to be crucial. And then closures, celebrations, and reroutes for opportunities when you complete a project, when you complete a quarter. What did we do well? What could we work on? What gaps do we have to fill? But we keep churning, we keep going. And then quarter after quarter, broken blinkers, more broken blinkers. And you get to the end of the year and you're exhausted. They start planning for next year, and you just don't want to be part of it anymore. The energizing team, the teams that you want to be on this expedition, on this journey, are celebrating their wins, are rerouting where they need opportunities in real time. What is your priority system? And is your workforce trained with good feedback loops and collaboration and conversations around that so that everyone is going on the same path? And then last but not least is, what systems are you using to make sure that everyone is in one place? It was pretty common that personal preference would take over time, and this department would be working here and have a file system over there, and then this department would be working over here and have a file system over there, and this department prefers to communicate this way, and this one person likes to do everything in person, so they don't use the system at all. So what systems can you use so that people can have an autonomous workday in which they can build their activities and their tasks, and it still aligns to that strategy, and time and production is still happening? It has to happen through a system. Otherwise, we get distracted with all that waste between systems. So where's documentation going to be done? Where's communication going to be done? And is it aligned across the organization? So maybe company-wide emails go through an email medium. Maybe quick little chats, quick little clarification items go through like a Teams channel chat. Maybe initiatives, projects have a Teams channel. All right, so we still have every so often emails. We have quick to-dos, quick chats in Teams. We have our project management or initiatives here. And then we can have a system in which our talent management, our development, our strategy, our meetings, our whole workforce that is doing the work, that is providing the value, is all in one spot, where strategy meets talent, meets action and execution. And what I found wonderful about this My Talent Planner is it also uses people's work styles, the DISC work style and motivators, so that you can actually create a project team or initiative team based on their work style, where their energy thrives. Imagine someone that is put onto an initiative just because they're really good at something. It doesn't mean that they like it. It just means that they've always done it. Versus someone who you match their work style and their motivators to that initiative. Which one's going to do a better job? This one. Because they're all in. It's purposeful. It's energetic to them. So having the work styles right there in the same system will help with meeting communication and collaboration. It's going to help with, hey, we know that time management is an issue for high I's or yellows. So let's make sure that the feedback loop is a little bit stronger for them. Hey, we know that our high C's or our blues are data analytics, so maybe let's get them on the investigative part of this project, digging into data and research. This one-stop solution that can align the strategy, talent, and action in your organization allows people to use one system and maybe communicate a little bit on Teams or read the company-wide emails on Outlook, but they're in one system. So now I can plan my whole day because meeting action items are on my dashboard. Department initiative action items are on my dashboard. And guess what? I'm not wasting time trying to figure people out because I have everyone's DISC work style right under their profile picture, a one-stop shop. In order to get to a flexible work arrangement and unlimited PTO and autonomous type of workforce in which they can guide their energy and workload, they need to really understand allocation of time and time management. They need to be aligned with priorities in the organization. And then you need a collaborative system, a one-stop shop that everyone is using for communication so that they can continue to move forward in their workday. These are all obtainable with workforce training, leadership development, and a collaborative all-in-one system.
I know you're not lazy. Most people in burnout are high performers, those serving others before themselves. Don't discount this step today, the action in which you focus on your self-growth. Piecing together the puzzle is half the journey. Rediscovering yourself, energy, and establishing new habits is the other. Do not underestimate the untapped inner strength inside you. Explore more resources on my website to move from zombie mode back to liveliness. See you soon.